So please, everybody please, there's nothing being hidden.
20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120.
No, I don't take cash.
The city has to take cash.
I don't handle money.
You're out of order. I think you have to take me over there or
No,
something.
I don't. You can ask Crystal or the city secretary.
Okay, well, she said that talk to an officer available and that you can walk to the cashier.
Yeah, they told us that. That's fine.
What is in the Leon Valley political establishment leaders' text messages that is so bad that they won't just turn them over to us? Howdy, I'm Justin Pulliam. Information held by the government belongs to us, the public, and it's our right to access that information. It's not a privilege, it's not a special favor when government master lets us know what he is doing. It's our right to know. And government bureaucrats have a duty to facilitate our right to view the records. But in Leon Valley, Texas, government administrators consistently obstruct access to public information and violate the law. They discriminate against their political opponents and they illegally overcharge us for public information. Last week, I showed you a short clip of Police Chief Joe Salvaggio text messaging during a city council meeting. One of the most common topics in the viewer comments was that I should records request those text messages. You can see Joe's on his phone right there, and I'm swinging it around, and then wait for it, boom, he sees my camera lens, and then immediately, he's putting his phone up. Like he's in class and I busted him. Did y'all see that? Oh my gosh. Oh. Into the phone, into the scheming, I don't know, he could have been watching YouTube. He could have been trolling. He could have been reading email. Who knows? Texting with someone. Texting with one of the counselors who are in the clouds. I don't know.
So please, everybody please, there's nothing being hidden.
I agree with you. I too want to know what is so important that the city administrators are constantly playing on their pretty phones instead of paying attention to the counselors and the public at the meetings. But I'm still waiting to see what they were text messaging about at a meeting over a month and a half ago. Back on August 12th, I requested 2 days of emails and text messages from City Manager Kelly Kunstler, Police Chief Joe Salvaggio, Councilors Monica Alcacer, Donna Charles, Catherine Rodriguez, and Commissioner Richard Blackmore. That's not a large request. I also requested the pictures and videos on Councilor Rodriguez's phone in 2020.
For police, it's point of order. But, you know, if
we'll let him speak if it's about Bradshaw.
If it's Bradshaw, take your gloves off and have at it. You know, that seems to be the MO. So
hey, who's this?
It is what it is. Councilor Rodriguez, she's doing her own auditing, so that's good.
Councilwoman, you're welcome to come on for an interview. You're welcome to come on for an interview. I know you have an election upcoming. You're welcome to come on. That's gonna be the big video. She captured you talking to me.
Apparently.
Councilor Rodriguez, who is a doctor of education and transformational leadership, has been requesting dozens and dozens of hours of videos from Councilor Bradshaw. Those videos are promptly turned over to her without charge, but of course with my requests, they play game after game after game. First, they said it would cost $54. I told them to proceed. City Secretary Sandra Passeleg told me that the information would be ready by August 25th. Are you ready to see the shocking text messages they sent? Here they are. Sorry, there's nothing to show you. They're still keeping everything secret.
I want to be very clear here. I don't care who comes and looks at our records. It's completely transparent.
More games followed. Almost a month after I had submitted the request, the city attorney contacted me and tried to trick me into resetting the request. And then this happened.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone else? Mr. Pulliam. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, sir. Go ahead and state your name and where you're at.
Justin Pulliam, Fort Bend County, Texas, and thank you, Mayor and councilors. It's very generous of you to allow us our 3 minutes to speak after, it's 7:35. I've been here since around 4 p.m. So it's great that after all the important business has already been dealt with, you allow us our 3 minutes. I requested information from the city back at the beginning of August. It was I see the city staff, and I think a lot of things are organized behind closed doors, it seems like, at this city. So I wanted to know, who are people emailing and texting during the meeting? So I requested the text messages and emails from the people who have all the secrets from one of the August meetings, as well as information from Councilor Rodriguez. And that was at the beginning of August. I was charged $44. Okay, I think that's ridiculous, but proceed, please proceed. The city secretary, I don't know where she went, but she said it would be provided to me by August 24th, and August 24th came and went, and now they're saying that it was August 12th when I did the request, and yesterday was September 14th. They say that was the 15th business day after August 12th. I don't know what math that is. I don't know how that even happens. I think it was because Dr. Rodriguez requests all this stuff from Mr. Bradshaw all the time, and they need to start the clock so they can make Mr. Bradshaw, who's got to be like staying up nights on end, to just dump all this information over for what, I don't know. I've never seen it actually sent to the public. It seems like it's this witch hunt that they have going against Mr. Bradshaw. So Denton Navarro got involved. I still haven't seen any of the emails, any of the information from Councilor Rodriguez, even though I'm pretty sure she promptly got the stuff, the massive amount of information from Mr. Bradshaw. That means it's more viewpoint discrimination that the city's doing. That's illegal. The latest thing is that I've been required a 100% deposit. I still don't know the information when I'll get it. It was promised on August 24th. 100% deposit, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 141, 142, 143, 144, 100% deposit. Please proceed. I look forward to one day getting it. I thought it was going to be on August 24th. Maybe they think they can wait until after November, the election. But everything the city administration does is viewpoint bias. It's discrimination against the minority, against members of the public. It's so illegal. Following procedure, not even basic rules of order can be followed by this body. You do not know how to make motions properly and second them and conduct business in an orderly fashion. We talked about someone who was talking in recess. Well, there's members of the body and administrators who constantly burst out while I have the floor. And they're allowed. There's people who make personal attacks against me in this chamber all the time. They're allowed to. So it's not just me. The people want this information. I paid my deposit. We want to see this information. Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
No, that's the city's now.
No, except
No, we
cash.
can't process the payment.
No, I don't take cash. I don't
The city has to take
I
cash.
don't handle money.
You're out of order.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Pulliam, that's not for you to say.
Thank you.
Let's see that again.
No, I don't take cash.
The city has to take
I
cash.
don't handle money.
You're out of order.
Excuse me, Mr. Pulliam, that's not for you to say.
They claim that September 14th was the 15th business day after August 12th. I still can't figure out their math on that one.
I just want to clarify that, we're still open for business 100% and taking care of everything that we would normally take care of.
And then the city attorney lied to the attorney general, claiming that I had submitted the request on a different day. By demanding over $100 on the 15th business day, They think they can reset the request to further delay the information, likely until after the election. I explained that they were violating the law. They responded acknowledging that Minority Councilor Will Bradshaw has been promptly fulfilling the requests that he's been bombarded with. So why can't the others follow the law? The games continued. Eric Mata attempted to pay the following day, but they told him that we should pay when we came to the Ethics Review Board meeting instead. She said, upon arrival to City Hall, please speak to any officer available or a staff member and ask for me or Sandra so that we can walk you to the cashiers to take care of the payment. But this is what Salvaggio's tyrants did when we arrived. Notice that when I walk in, Officer Breton is just standing around chatting with a city administrator. Breton makes almost $40 in overtime each hour when he works these meetings after his shift ends. Also, I don't understand why the department head was unable to assist me. Additionally, notice that the city secretary nor anyone from her office was over in this part of the city hall when I arrived. What do you think about this level of service? You'll see how I talked to the city secretary a few moments after she walked in, yet even by that time she claims she has no idea who is on the other side of the doors that she just came from.
Sure. I'll go first and sit down. Remember, if you want to talk, you have to sign up right here. Oh, here's over here. Could you help me get, I don't know, whatever this says I need to do, these instructions in that paragraph right there?
Yeah, to the open request, that should be in the front. No, not to us.
I think you have to let me in or something.
Who was that?
I think you have to take me over there or something.
No, I don't. You can ask Crystal or the city secretary.
Okay, well, she said that talk to an officer available and that you can walk to the cashier.
Yeah, on this, they told us that. That's fine. Because this is our posting right now. We can.
Okay, who is available then?
I don't know. That's why I say you have to tell them.
You may remember Officer Breton from my video about election fraud. We pay him almost $40 an hour at these meetings to obstruct the public and kick people out.
All right.
Yeah, I'll find them together.
Cool.
Thanks, Brian.
Just set that on the
And do me one favor, that should be on that side. You pick up your stuff on that side. On that side of the table. You know what I mean?
Put it over here.
Yeah, exactly, yes, sir.
I think it's all Zoom. It says virtual.
Excuse me, guys. Thank you, sir. Sandra, I guess just let Anna know that I ain't making it in time.
Oh, I
ain't
think
having to walk
Anna
over.
was the one that was waiting for you.
I know, can you let her know? They said they weren't available to walk me over there or
It's
something.
after, the court's already closed. The cashier's gone.
Do you want me to just give it to you?
I don't handle that. I don't, she's handling, you'd have to go knock on the admin door.
Oh, is she there?
I don't know. I'm here.
Is
They
it
leave
okay
at
that I
6.
walk back there?
The door's right there. You can go knock.
Well, what do you,
Yeah, that'd be good.
right around the corner?
Here, this is funny. I have $30 more for you.
Mr. Mata again tried to pay the following day, and this is how the city administration responded.
Hi, Mr. Mata. This is Sandra. The receptionist at City Hall called and let me know that you were there to pick up records, saying I told you you could come by and pick them up today. I never said that last night, and like I told you last night, I'm not handling the records right now. That's Anna Federico, and I believe she's already spoken to Mr. Pulliam. So whatever arrangement they've made, that's between them and her. I never told you to come by and pick them up today. I understand you told her I did tell you that last night. I certainly did not, and I have the recording of our conversation. If you'd like me to play it back for you, I'd be happy to do that. I hope you have a good weekend. Thank you.
This is the attitude, how she minimizes public information. She said, and this is from September 3rd, again, it is not my intention to clutter my desk with pending work, so I plan to get the releasable items to you as quickly as I possibly can. I will let you know as soon as possible when I have an estimated date that this will be available for you. Remember, she had already said the date was August 25th for everything. I replied, "It's sad for me to hear that transparency is marginalized as merely clutter on your desk. Multiple times now you've communicated a version of that statement, and not just to me. Requests should be handled promptly because it is the law, or perhaps because government administrators believe in the Constitution and government for the people, by the people. If the city has the resources to optionally whine to the Attorney General, then the city has the resources to comply with the mandatory requirement to provide public information. Please promptly provide the requested information."
Let's see, Ms. Possibly, and then I'll recognize Ms. Kessler. Yes, Ms. Kessler.
I just have two last responses, and then I'll be done. Mr. Councilor Bradshaw, you said that I never told you, or I said that I was caught up and that I wouldn't get it done because it wasn't being handled as a PIA. On June 3rd, when we were still having that back and forth conversation, I said I received this request in your capacity as city council. However, you don't need to use that. Please provide the information promptly in accordance with TPIA statement. I said, please do not get me wrong. I am going to process your request as quickly as I can, merely to get it off my desk. So I did tell you that.
She snapped off an email to me. "Oh, Mr. Pulliam, thank you for pointing out your perspective on my choice of words. I only meant that I do not like work to pile up on my desk. I take records of any type very serious and would never purposely imply that I thought of the records themselves as clutter. Again, thank you for pointing that out. I will choose my words more carefully in the future."
I am going to process your request as quickly as I can, merely to get it off my desk. So I did tell you that.
This is just a single request, the one they want $144 for, but this is what I've had to deal with for years at Leon Valley. Bad attitudes, constant obstruction, and illegal games. I had to pay $174 to Leon Valley last week alone for public information. I am constantly paying taxes to them to get copies of public information to publish for you. If you'd like to help me keep this fight up, please send a contribution of $5, $20, or more. You can donate via PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, or regular mail. Links and information about how to donate are in the video description below. I appreciate all of my supporters. Without your help, we would not be able to have Leon Valley under this much pressure.
Nobody's doing things wrong.
What does Salvaggio's team have to hide? What did the counselors and administrators say in their text messages that they don't want to promptly turn over? They're trying to delay this until after the election. I can assume only that the government secrets are very, very, very bad. How bad must it be that they would even break the law to hide it?
I want to be very clear here. I don't care who comes and looks at our records. It's completely transparent. For anybody to come up here and mislead the public to say that there's something there is atrocious. It's completely wrong.
Thank you for watching. Always record government actors so you can expose their lies.